Om Shanti. Good morning. Today we are going to read the Murli dated 31st December 1981. The title of the Murli is Become Greatly Powerful and Give Power to the Weak Ones. In today's Murli, it is a 3-day Murli, okay, but in today's part, Baba very well explains that the soul conscious stage, or the stage of being bodiless, is to fly, and the body consciousness means to be a caged bird. Baba mainly speaks about 5 main steps in this Murli. He begins with reminding us about the practice of being bodiless, of being ashariri. Then he's asking us about the level, or rather the status of our speed of self-transformation. Then he says that there has to be victory in every thought that you create. Yeah. Baba says that you need to maintain enthusiasm and create a powerful stage wherein you are able to give this to others. So the title of the Murli comes towards the little end, yeah, where Baba says that you now need to become greatly powerful and give power to the weak ones. So as we read the Murli together, we will somehow try to connect these points, okay, and uh, reach to the sar, or the essence, try to take out the essence of the Murli, combining these 2-3 points together. Okay. So Baba says, Bap Dada is seeing the children whose stage is constantly ascending in their every step and their every thought. You receive the blessing of becoming bodiless in a second, and you fly in a second. To become bodiless means to fly high. To become body conscious means to become a caged bird. Now, this stage of being bodiless is not something that I can practice only while I'm sitting in yoga, or practicing meditation during uh, just while I'm sitting. Okay, but this is kind of a chalta filta abhyas that I need to practice, right? Because Baba very well says that if your thoughts are if you are feeling light, if you're if you are having that consciousness that I'm flying somewhere, that means you are experiencing that stage of bodilessness, right? And if you are experiencing body consciousness, that means there will be a baggage. You will always feel caught, and you will feel like a caged bird. Yeah? Like, while suppose I'm driving, while I'm walking, while I'm cooking, while I'm doing my daily task, am I in that consciousness deep down that I, the soul, I am doing this or carrying out this task with the help of my body? But internally, I am doing this through my body. Okay. And secondly, what are the thoughts that run in my mind while I'm doing my task? Like, can suppose I'm just driving, from one place to the other. Maybe I'm driving to work. Okay. Now I know the daily route. I know everything. What kind of thoughts do I get? Am I thinking about my family members? Am I thinking about the work that I'm going to do there in the office? Yeah. Am I thinking about what happened yesterday night? Or am I thinking about the breakfast that I had? All this is body consciousness, right? If I get these thoughts, that means I'm experiencing the stage of body consciousness. And if I get those elevated thoughts, like what has Baba said in the Murli, um, am I revising that while driving? Uh, am I practicing, you know, maybe say I have taken a virtue for today? Do I remember that I've taken a virtue of being in peace or just being silent today? So how much conscious am I about that virtue? Or am I just going blowing horns throughout the route, throughout the way? और स्वमान लेके रखा है शांति का. But while I drive, I'm just blowing horns, and if each breaker that comes across, or each vehicle that passes through, I'm just uh, creating silly thoughts for them. अरे कैसे चलाते हैं, क्या करते हैं? So this needs my because it is not something that we are just going to sit and practice in yoga. जरूरी नहीं है परम धाम का ही वो अनुभव हो. हाँ, वो तो बैठ के करना ही है. We have to do that. That stage of bodilessness has to be experienced deeply while we sit and we practice that param dham meditation. But while I'm doing my tasks, my daily tasks, what is the consciousness and what is the percentage of those thoughts which are soul conscious, and what is the percentage of those thoughts that drive me into body consciousness? Baba says, at this time, all of you children have received the blessing of becoming bodiless and have become flying birds. This is the gathering of free souls, of flying birds. All of you are free. Are you not? But this is the point that I need to check really. Baba says, all of you are free. Are you not? If you were to receive an order to go to your sweet home, how long would it take you to go there? You are able to go there in a second. Are you not? Now, Baba has just said this. He has just said it that you are able to go there in a second. But is it really possible, or to what level have I reached? Now, when Baba said this, right, if you were to receive an order and go to your sweet home, one thing that came to my mind while I was just reading the Murli yesterday is like, forget about leaving the body. वो देह छोड़ने की बात तो बाजू में रखते हैं. For now, what if someone comes and says that you are to shift to another place? You alone are to shift to another place. Okay, pack in your baggage and move. Am I really ready? Now they are going to give me a home. They are providing me everything. But am I really prepared inside, or do I have a list of people to inform? Or yaad kaun aa rahe hain? Like, is it the work that is coming to my mind? Then I will have to inform somebody. My family members are coming. Arey, what if I go there, and what will happen behind here at home or at work? Like, am I really tied in those bondages still? Of course, we have responsibilities to play, but then my consciousness is free, or am I caged there? This needs to be checked deeply. Because I had a number of thoughts when Baba gave me कि चलो कहीं और जा करिए, आपको रहना है suppose for a few days. क्या चलेगा? What are the thoughts? Baba says, if you were to receive an order to bring light where there is darkness through your stage of Master Almighty authorities and your rays of all powers and to dispel all darkness by being sons of knowledge. Are you able to do this unlimited service in a second? Have you become such master sons of knowledge? The inventions of science are able to bring light in a second wherever there is darkness. So, hey children, you sons of knowledge, how long would it take you to bring about light? The power of silence is very much more elevated than science. Do you experience that the second you switch on your awareness, you bring the souls who are wandering in the darkness into the light? What do you think? Yeah. Maybe we can discuss this towards the end. That uh, ये practice कैसे की जाए? Yeah, what is the what are the ways we think we can do this to bring in light and to remove darkness? Or what does Baba exactly mean? We can discuss this. Further, Baba says, are you able to bring souls into the light with the 7 1 hour lessons of the 7 days course or with the 3 days yoga camps? Or have you reached the stage of a second? What do you think? Is your speed of service within hours, or have you reached the stage of serving within minutes and seconds? What do you think? ये जो बाबा बोलता है ना, what do you think? Now, this has a very deep meaning. See, here the point of checking is each one has different service to play, a different part to play. But what do I need to check here is, am I able to go to the Pradarshini Seva uh, for 7 days? Am I able to explain those posters line by line? Uh, this will be the first step where Baba says, कि 7 days course में you can bring souls into life. Okay. Another thing, am I able to give short, brief courses? Like if someone says you have to explain things to me in 3 days, am I able to do that? Or have I reached the stage of a second, wherein whosoever is coming in front of me is able to experience that, that sar or the essence of the 7 day course? Because this is really important that I need to get down to service now and service at the center. Because when Baba calls us Sevadari, we need to really check what kind of seva are we giving. Now, what are we doing? So these are the 3 stages that Baba has mentioned. We need to really check if I am able to carry out the 7 day course, I need to advance myself to bring it to 3 day course. If I am able to give a complete Pradarshini view, I am able to explain each and every poster, I need to sit and think about, churn this knowledge so much that I will be able to give this to others within a day, okay, within few minutes, and gradually bring it to stage of a second, right? Further, Baba says, do you still need time, or do you think that you have reached the stage of a second? You issue a challenge for people to come and attain their inheritance of liberation and liberation in life in a second. Are you ready to make that practical? Right? सोचने वाली बात है, if I am not able to explain the course verbally, I might not be able to explain it in 3 days. Okay, it will still take time for me to go down to that level of the second. Okay, now that stage is difficult. That stage is very difficult to reach. But where am I standing? Or how do I rate myself when Baba says that you are a Sevadari? Yeah. In Sakar also, he keeps asking, yeah, कितनों को आप समान कितनों को आप समान बनाया है? So we really need to check this. Okay. Stool seva is different. That physical service going to the center and doing the other tasks over there is different. But this delivering of knowledge, delivering wisdom, where do I put myself? Baba says, are you ready to make that practical? Has your speed of self-transformation reached the speed of a second? What do you think? The old year is coming to an end. The new year is coming, and you are now sitting at the confluence of the two. So, what speed did you attain for self-transformation and world transformation in the old year? Was your speed fast? The result has to be announced, does it not? Therefore, what was the result this year in terms of your service of yourself, your relations and contacts, and the world? And chalo, not necessary that I am able to explain the entire Pradarshini, but when I go and meet my family members, when I meet my relatives, okay, am I able to share some point from the Murli? Am I able to briefly give them Baba's parichay, um, Baba's introduction? Am I able to tell them that what kind of organization am I connected to? अगर ये भी clear है ना, then also we can gradually take ourselves forward. But if not, we need to really bring ourselves to service platform, to the stage of service, right? And this is important. I personally feel this is very important because I myself, when it comes to seva, when it comes to uh, the kind of service that I like the most is uh, reading Murli and sharing this knowledge. बाबा का ज्ञान पढ़कर सुनाना, मुरली पढ़ के सुनाना, okay? या बाबा का परिचय किसी को देना. This is my favorite seva. So, of course, uh, I can do any other seva that at the center, maybe at home, whatever Didi says to. But this is a very personal this thing that comes to my mind that this is a kind of my favorite seva. Okay. So on the personal front also, I request all to, try practicing sharing this knowledge and giving this knowledge to others. It makes you feel so good in the inside. Why? Because these are godly versions. We are not sharing anything worldly or which does not carry so much of importance. But this is godly knowledge. कि भगवान के उच्चारे हुए महावाक्य, right? And if we get a chance कि हम किसी को पढ़कर सुनाएं, किसी को उसका परिचय दें, इससे बड़ा भाग्य और क्या होगा, right? Father Baba says, so what speed did you attain for self-transformation and the world transformation in the old year? Okay, we read this, sorry. Therefore, what was the result this year in terms of service of yourself, your relations and contacts, and the world? What aim did you have for this year? Do you know that? Do you not? It was that of a flying bird or the flying stage. So, what was the speed according to that aim? What will happen when everyone reaches the speed of a second? You will reach your home and your kingdom. You will return to your home and then come into your kingdom. Baba says, in the new year, let there be new enthusiasm in every thought and every second And let there be newness of attainment of success in every deed. See how he says this? Newness of attainment of success in every deed. हर वो टास्क, हर वो कार्य जो हम कर रहे हैं, उसमें जो सफलता मिल रही है ना, वो भी नई होनी चाहिए. It should be new. Every time I'm doing the same task, every time I'm getting the same result, no, Baba doesn't like it. बाबा का तो छोड़ो, खुद को ही बोर होने लगता है. That is why Baba underlines this, that there has to be newness of attainment of success in every deed. आज घर से काम तक, whatever, job तक, even if you are driving, try to create those new thoughts that give you some new experience, even while you're driving, even while you're taking your morning walk, even while you're having your evening walk. Create such good thoughts, such elevated thoughts that you experience this task or this deed to be new in some way or the other. Just try doing this. Right? Baba says, what will begin tomorrow? The new year will begin, but what would you say? From when does the new year begin? In a worldly way too, it begins with 1-1, does it not? And what will you begin? They, that means the world will begin with 1, but what will it be for you? 1 and win. Win in every thought, which means let there be victory in every thought. Now, this point is extremely deep. Victory in every thought. Maybe we can take this wild discussion that how am I to notice that I am gaining this victory or I'm achieving this in my every thought? Not chalo every thought, but at least a few elevated thoughts. To what extent वो manifest होते हैं? I will have to check. Baba says, what tilak will you put on your forehead every day of this year? The tilak of victory. What slogan will you remember? We victorious jewels are victorious every cycle. We were victorious, we are victorious, and we shall remain constantly victorious. What crown will you wear? The crown of light and might. Tilak concept, the tilak of victory. Slogan concept, that we were victorious, we are victorious, and we shall remain constantly victorious. Now, which crown is he talking about? The crown of light and might. Baba says, wear this double crown, because if there is light but less might, you cannot be a constant embodiment of success. Only when you have might along with light, you will be able to become constantly victorious. Be double crowned with light and might. What bangle will you wear? A bangle is also necessary, is it not? What bangle do you like? You already have the bangle of purity, but what new bangle will you wear for this special year? So many answers were given. Someone said cooperation, and someone else said harmonizing sanskars. In that case, your whole arm will be covered with bangles. Baba received so many answers that he says, "Aise to pura हाथ भर जाएगा ना?" The whole arm will be covered with bangles. Bangle of constantly maintaining enthusiasm and of making others move forward with your enthusiasm. Neither allow your own enthusiasm to decrease, nor the enthusiasm of others to decrease. To do this, and to keep this bangle constantly firmly in place, always remember just one thing. In every aspect, whether for yourself or others. In order to make progress and for others to make progress, to mold yourself is to become a real goal. To maintain enthusiasm, Baba says you need to mold yourself and become real gold. Acha, you have now put on your bangles. Now, what aim will you keep for special service? The government nowadays designates each year as a year of a special task. The government has designated this year as the year of the handicap. What will you do? You sing praise of the Father as the one who gives strength to the weak ones. With the physical inventions of science, they are able to make weak souls strong in a physical way. They give crippled people the power to walk. In this way, they give such facilities to all weak souls that they give them power. In the same way, become greatly powerful and give power to the weak ones, whether they are in your Brahman family or souls of the world. Now, this is a very high stage, to become powerful and give power to the weak ones, both in the Brahmin family and to the worldly souls. Further, Baba says, just as those people chant slogans to remove poverty, in the same way, you should finish the stage of powerlessness. Remember the words courage and help. Become an instrument and enable them to receive help from the Father. So, what is your special slogan for this year? Stop being powerless. Only then will you be able to make the slogan you receive practical of constantly giving enthusiasm, courage, and help. Do you understand what you have to do in the new year? So maybe we can just stop here for today. I would just like to share a brief that the entire Murli or the part that we read today, uh, while I was thinking about it yesterday, Baba kind of gave me this prism, where you have to go downwards up, if you can just see the arrow. The very first step that he mentioned was the stage of, of a bird, of a flying bird, the bodilessness. If I become or if I practice this bodiless stage, it will be easy for me to boost the speed of self transformation. Right? Now, if I am able to transform myself easily, I can attain that stage where I can experience victory in my thoughts and actually see my thoughts manifesting. Right? If I'm able to experience that, I can reach or gain or stabilize myself to the kind of enthusiasm that Baba wants me to create. Right? And if I have that enthusiasm within me, I will be able to gather that power, that powerful stage, and give this power to others. Right? This was the essence of all what we read today. And I somehow tried to link these 5 points together. The Baba only says that all you have to do is fly. You can take this picture, right? And just imagine these hands that are holding the cage. Baba has opened this door for me, and I am the bird. All I need to do is fly, which is the very first step, right? To become greatly powerful and give power to the weak ones. We will take a moment of silence, reflect on the points that we've read today, and then share the points from the movie. Om Shanti. Om Shanti. You can unmute and share points from the Murli, please. Anyone would like to share? No? Hmm. What has Baba mentioned today, or what points is Baba emphasizing on?
Shanti. So Baba said,
Om Shanti.
so, so we have to become powerful and then make others powerful. So Baba said a very good example where Baba said that science is able to make the weak one powerful because of this. There are some instruments used to give support um, to the people who are disabled, right? So similarly, we have to become powerful and then make others powerful, give them support. So Baba said this, we have to show that courage and help. So for all this, so first thing we'll have to make ourselves in that flying stage. We have to renounce the body consciousness and then we will be able to experience that flying stage and then maintain that, enthusiasm throughout. And then eventually we'll become powerful, we'll be able to do that. So it's more of a Baba wants us to do service, so Baba gave us different duties to do that. So it's not about just we becoming purple and enjoying with Baba. We should also show mercy to uplift others also. There are many out there who have not really realized Baba. So we have to become Baba's hand and then, make others also benefit from Baba. So in a way, we are showing mercy to them in that aspect. Om Shanti. Thank you.
Yes. As Brother mentioned, Raki sister.
Adding on further to what Vijay shared, the bottom line is Baba's mentioning that keep your flying stage on all the time. Be aware of that because it's going to be only your high stage that will support the other souls in the world to have power, to get power. So be always in the consciousness that you are in soul consciousness and you're flying. And another point that he mentions today is flying stage is the representation of being a free bird and you're not in a caged one. So one reflection is be a detached observer, be a karma yogi, do your karma and fly on. There is no attachment, no bondage to these earthly possessions here. And staying in that stage makes you powerful. And when you are powerful, your vibrations out goes powerfully, giving power to others.
Yes.
Om Shanti.
Om Shanti.
Baba today is talking about the real service, which Baba really likes, the serviceable children. Baba is talking about how to become serviceable. And Baba is talking about the 7 days course. The first class, the first day to be soul conscious. Baba's imparting importance to that. And in that process, Baba wants that whether by taking course of anybody, whether we are imparting that spiritual force to that, We are really imparting light to the darkness in which he is, and whether he is getting that light, whether by that light is getting enlightened and is now getting the ways to how to come out of the darkness. And for that, unless and until we become really Gyan Swarup and Gyan Murt, because when we become Gyan Swarup and Gyan Murt, everything what we do, that is whatever that is in our manasa, will be according to the knowledge which Baba gives us. Then Vacha will also be according to that. And if Vacha and Karmana, Vacha and Manasa is according to the Baba's knowledge, according to Murli, whatever that will come in action will also be according to that. So it is said, when you want to really give the knowledge, it is best by Mansa, and will combine with the Vacha and Karmana. People understand what actually you are. Because now what happens in today's world, people say something, they mean something, and they do something different. That basically is our Mahamantra Om Shanti. By that, one can understand, and when we do manthan by that what actually is Om Shanti, is that Om is of three words, A, U and Ma, Acharan, Ucharan and Mansa. That is when Mansa, Vacha and Karmana become same. And it is told that when the three brothers, Mansa, Vacha and Karmana, will have the same sharing, silence comes by default. So if we really, when we say Om Shanti to others, but we really be in that Om Shanti stage, then it will be very, very easier to do that service, and that service which Baba wants us to do will be will be automatically there. And for that, the stage of Om Shanti has to be there in our life. And by that stage, Om Shanti, the stage, the word stage, S-T-A-G-E, the first letter S itself says that you have to be soul conscious stage. And T is for transformation, and S-T combined will be for self-transformation. And another letter A for awareness. Awareness that my father is Shiv Baba and my teacher is Shiv Baba and my Sadguru is Shiv Baba. We have to always be aware. In yesterday's Murli, that Sakar Murli Baba has said that you have to remember the teacher as a Bab, teacher and Sadguru at a single time. एक समय में तीनों चीज याद रहे कि वो बाबा भी है, teacher भी है, Sadguru भी है. That is, we have to be completely aware of that who is my father, who is my teacher, and who is my Sadguru. And with that awareness, we will be adorned with divinity, we will be adorned with that knowledge, and we will become Gyan Sarup. And the moment we are in soul conscious, self-transformation, awareness, and adorned with divine virtues, we become Gyan Sarupa. And the last A, the word E, we become embodiment of knowledge. And in that stage, the knowledge will come as like a bulb when it is lightened. As the light comes out from that bulb, the knowledge will come in that way. And in that process, kisi se bhi milenge, you will experience that yes, this person is enlightened, and I'm really feeling very nice when I'm going to there. Just like when we used to go to Dadi Janki, Dadi Guljar, we used to feel. People will start feeling the same. And that is the E again, it tells that you will be excel from this world. That means you will fly. Om Shanti.
Thank you so much for sharing, brother. Like everyone mentioned about the inventions of science, as Baba also shared. The inventions of science are able to bring light and glow in darkness. Right? Why is it? Because they are connected to the source or to the main power continuously, right? So one thing that came to my mind while churning this point is the more we are connected to Baba, the more we are connected to the power powers, the more we will be able to enhance the speed of our service, to increase the speed of our service and of self-transformation. Right? Because if I am really connected to Him, I will not have to go and search out for service. See, the moment I put on the switch of light, I switch on the light of the bulb, it's just instant that it starts glowing and the darkness goes away and there's light. Right? If I am connected to Baba, अगर मैं बाबा से जुड़ी हुई हूँ, I may not have to really go and search those loopholes or search for areas where I need to do service. Then that will be very natural. Service अपने आप ही आ जाएगी. May it be 7-day course, may it be sharing knowledge to others. Yeah, maybe Baba can touch some different points of service, like going to the temples and carrying out service over there. But all we need to do is we need to be aware that we need to be connected to the powerhouse, right? Just as the inventions of science are. Because somewhere Baba also mentioned that light hai or might nahi hai, you will not be able to receive success there. Why? Because that will be blurry. That light just dim ho jate. There is light, but then it is not able to remove the darkness entirely. The light dim hai. The connection or the force is not enough. It is not sufficient. Right? So I need to check this also. One more point where Baba mentioned about gaining victory in thoughts. What do you feel that is the parameter जहाँ हम देख सके कि my thoughts are actually manifesting या फिर they're becoming real? How do I notice this? Or a few ways in which we can try, test, verify things that this is actually happening. और उसके पहले तो I just want a word from you, if anybody can share. What does Baba mention about sankalp all the time? मतलब संकल्प को या thoughts को बाबा कैसे यूज करता है? What is the main thing he says about sankalp? Thoughts. क्या कहते हैं? Anybody?
Newness, sister. So each time if you do the same work, it's not mean to get the success. That is the newness in the thoughts. And you should experience some new experience that is different from the old.
Yes, yes. Okay. So, a few more answers. This is correct, that you should always have new thoughts. Or
So it is said that जिसके संग रहोगे वैसे तुम्हारे संकल्प चलते हैं. As
okay.
in this
You get impacted.
Yes, when you are in this Sangam Yoga, that means you are in Sang with that almighty power, supreme power. And when you are in Sang with that supreme power, your Sankalp becomes refined, prescript ho jata hai and becomes Subh Sankalp. Even the word Sankalp itself says that Sang or Kalp. जब तुम परमात्मा के संग हो जाओगे, तुम्हारा कल्प कैसा हो जाएगा? वंडरफुल हो जाएगा। सो संग का रंग जो बाबा से कहते हैं, जैसा हमारा संग का रंग चढ़ेगा, हमारे संस्कार बदल जाते हैं, हमारे संकल्प बदल जाते हैं, एंड इन दैट प्रोसेस द वर्ल्ड गेट्स ट्रांसफॉर्म। दैट्स द पावर ऑफ संकल्प। बाबा ऑलवेज टॉक्स अबाउट संकल्प करो तो कैसा करो? पावरफुल करो। एंड व्हेन यू आर इन यूनियन विद दैट पावरफुल, द सुप्रीम पावर, that power comes to you, and you start transmitting, radiating that power. And in that process, what happens? Whosoever comes to you feels that power, and he also becomes powerful in that process. Om Shanti.
Vijit Bhaji, you wanted to share on this, please.
Yeah, so that, that Bhaiji rightly said. So it is through the Sankalp that the new world is created, right? So Baba comes here to change the thought pattern of us children. So all this time we were, we were just thinking without having any control over thoughts. But when we realize Baba, that's when we'll realize the power of thought, right? So, so once we realize the power of thought now, each one of us is trying to channelize that to benefit the self. And then as we benefit the self, it is eventually benefiting the whole world. And that's how Baba used these powerful thoughts to transform the world, to bring the new world. Yeah, so that was my
So
thought.
true. As rightly said by like all the members shared that संकल्प has power. संकल्प को बाबा हमेशा शक्ति से जोड़ता है. Baba says that संकल्प शक्ति है. Now see, if our thoughts are so powerful, if there is so much of power in every thought that we create, we need to start experimenting with this as well, right? Because at times, when the intellect is clean, when the intellect is clear, you start receiving those thoughts of what is about to happen, or rather, the thoughts that you create, they start becoming your reality. Because not really each and every thought, अभी इतने शुद्ध या प्योर जिसको कहो, हर किसी का अपना स्टेज है. But then the thought that I create, very powerful. See, even if I am maybe I'm just crossing a road, and I visualize and I see, like I come across people fighting over there or whatever. Am I taking just a second कि बाबा इनका भी झगड़ा शांत हो जाए, या ये आत्माएं शांत हो जाए, 1 minute silence, and then if we utilize these kind of thoughts, if we use this kind of shakti for positive things, then we will be able to enhance and use this sankalp shakti for great things, right? But we have to we need to start with doing little practices, because at times it happens कि कहीं जाना हो, तो while I'm thinking of just texting that person, or rather while it is just a thought of that person, say I am just having this thought. Yesterday itself this happened. The moment it was just a second I started thinking about that person, I took my phone, and it was a wonder to see that that person was already, that status was reflecting as typing. That person was already typing to text something to me. Just a second before, I was only thinking about connecting with that person. Okay. And I was amazed. Baba, ye kaise? How is this happening? Okay. And at times, while you are gearing up for seva, while you are moving for work, काफी सारी चीजें Baba tries to give it to you well in advance, संकल्प के through. It is no other means that we are now connected with Baba. It is only through the sankalp that Baba gives us those touchings. But we need to check this as well कि कितना बल सच में मेरे संकल्प में आया है. To what extent have I converted this thought into a Shakti? Right? इसको power कितना बनाया था? संकल्प को शक्ति कितना बनाया था? Baba complete says this, right? संकल्प शक्ति है, संकल्प शक्ति है. How am I using it? At least for myself. At least for myself. So this point I wanted to bring in into highlight and
Om
yeah,
Shanti.
yeah.
I would like to add one line that, see, the thought process, as you say, that when you see an incident in the road, what happens? Actually, basically, what Baba always, again, the first chapter, when we are a soul conscious state, our thoughts are different. When we are body conscious state, our thoughts are different. And whatever action we do, thoughts are the initial stage of that actions. That thoughts only gets transformed into actions. And as a body, what we are, whatever thinking we do, our body, even the body, the outer image of the body changes according to the thoughts. When you are having Subh Sankalp, your face gets lightened. Light is on your face. When you're having Subh Sankalp, you have got glow on your face. But when you're having negative Sankalp, your face becomes dull. It is as like that. When we do positive, when we are connected to the Almighty Baba, positive thoughts comes automatically. We need not have to use our thoughts that we have to use this, use that. It becomes automatically. And unless and until that automatic process is on, we cannot change ourselves. We cannot say that, okay, now we'll use this thought, you'll that. No, it comes automatic, spontaneous. It's a natural process. And when the natural process, and that's what Baba wants, when it becomes natural, nothing we are not doing anything. It is happening. As Dadi Janki says, it's happening. Om Shanti.
Rightly shared that this has to be natural, but then the point that I wanted to share was to reach that stage of naturally having those soul conscious thoughts is to start at least experimenting it. Right? I myself have to. I mean, this is for me personally. I do keep an awareness and a check that I will have to create those thoughts and not waste those thoughts somewhere. But I have to create good thoughts. Only then will I be able to reach that stage of naturally having good and pure thoughts. So we need to begin somewhere. That is all what I wanted to share about it. Okay, anybody else would like to add on to anything? Okay, so shall we move towards the meditation then? Vijay Bhai, Raki sister, Yamini sister.
Yes, sister, please go.
Of Shanti. Let's sit back for a moment, reflecting on my stage. I am a soul, a light, completely detached from the body. I am extremely subtle. I bring myself to the consciousness that I am a source of light. I am so full with Baba's energy that I feel I'm connected to him. His energy His light is filling me with all the might. And I feel so confident that Baba has given me this precious, extremely precious gift of my own thoughts. I am to utilize this throughout my day, completely aware of my thoughts, radiating bliss, peace wherever I go, and spreading this light through my powerful and pure thoughts. Thank you, Baba. Thank you. Om Shanti.
Om Shanti. Thank you to Baba. Thank you, Deepika Ben. Thank you, Divine Family. See you tomorrow at 5 a.m. Until then, have a lovely day.